From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They'll throw it. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Sanford. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is brought in at the 15. He kicks it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Carty with the extra point. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Olave with the catch. And that that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Setting up a throw. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Working quickly here. They'll throw on first. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on first. Escapes out to the left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Escapes the pocket. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Play action on 1st down. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Tight end going in motion here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Rams will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams parlay the interception into points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A game of 19 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Still sticking with the passing game. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They are throwing it again. He's got Shaheed. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to get it to Chris Olave. And 4th and 4 coming up. Mikatomni's kick is good. And the gap closes to 14 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great. Position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Stafford back to throw. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go play action here. McLaughlin there to bring it in. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he crosses midfield before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Stafford now on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Rams, looking at 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. It is caught left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. It's an LA touchdown. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They bring Olave in motion. Throwing now on first down. That's more on the quick slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. This one's caught. It's Shaheed near the sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Second and very short, looking to pass. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game before halftime. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Stafford from the gun. Got Williams, and it's complete.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3. Completed to his running back. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Give to Williams from the gun. And they'll stop him, but not until he has a nice little gain down to the 32. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They stay on the ground with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Here's Stafford. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll throw on 1st. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Saints start the 2nd half with some needed points. Groupie to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Stafford now. Has him on the quick hitter. Space past the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A touchdown aside in that frame as we... They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead with Williams. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Receiver in motion, headed right. 2nd and 10 now. Throw complete to Williams. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Saints will get set to take over. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on 2nd down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects with Johnson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 48. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 37. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to... to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Rams want to end it in regulation if they can. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Williams. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
To throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they take him down right along the 30. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Setting up to pass. He sends this one to the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he is to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So make a check in that win column for the